finally back to the trail, Friday the 30th. It's just after noon right now. I'm about 5.5, 6 miles from the hotel I stayed at in Flagstaff. Just walking down, come past this beautiful sandstone cliff here. You can see the different directions of like the dunes, the sand dunes out here, the way the wind was blowing and everything. Different layers over the years. That's kind of cool, isn't it? Yeah, so now I have like 110 miles to Pine, Arizona. And doesn't that rock look like looks like a great place to take a break over here? Yes, I have 110 miles to Pine, Arizona. I am going to relax there for a night probably. I sent a package to the brewery there. They allegedly accept hikers packages according to gut hooks, and I'm gonna go with better ask forgiveness than permission policy when I send my box there. And we did that all summer at Grumpy's, and like every day 10 people would call and be like, do you guys still, I'm just taking my backpack off, just got cut off there. Anyway, totally forgot where I was. I'm just taking a little break here. I'm like 5.5, 6 miles from my hotel in Flagstaff. I have about, I think it was a 17.5 mile day to this campground where there's supposedly water on. So I'll go there, get water. Then it's like a half mile back up, and then camp out on the trail. So it's gonna be like a 18.3 mile day. I'm having like wonderful heartburn right now. I have to eat at Tom's. I went to Filiberto's in Flagstaff, which is just off the trail. Like on the trail, there's a Taco Bell, which what am I seeing? A rock in the sun. Ugh. I have this wonderful sleeping pad I bought. Yay! You may remember me complaining about I like my Sea to Summit ultralight inflatable pad and all, but oh yeah, you can't just lay out on it and the pine needles or the thing is gonna pop. Wow, I missed this. This is the first time I'm doing this since I got another pad. This is kind of weird, like eggshell and don't shoot me orange. Yeah, Flagstaff was a cool town. I thought I'd go out like Wednesday and Thursday are like fun nights to go out, like to see music and stuff downtown, but I don't know, I was just kind of beat the whole time, and I did a lot of shopping and running around and stuff the whole time I was there. Made resupply boxes to the next few towns. So I didn't go out. I just stayed in my hotel room, which was great because I spent enough money. I don't need to give it to some. Oh yeah, that's what's great right there about having a sleeping pad that you can lay on the ground, not worry about popping. So yeah, so Pine's the next town. Going to That Brewery is the name of the place, and then hopefully my box is there. And then after that, I go through the Mazatl Mountains. I get off the Mogollon Rim. I'll be out of this wonderful forest. And back to like a low desert where it's going to probably be like, I don't know, like at least 20 degrees. It's going to be like 90, 95 degrees every day. Up here, it's in the low 70s. Up there, it'll be in the low 90s, probably with days occasionally approaching or topping 100 degrees. The alternative was to wait to start, or hey, I could go slow down, restart, like whatever. There's people who are already making it down to like Roosevelt Lake and stuff and saying it's too hot and quitting. So that's only like 220 something miles ahead of me right now. 2 weeks, but it's gonna be maybe a degree cooler. I mean, I can handle heat pretty well. I can also night hike, which if it's really overgrown, I really don't want to. Plus, like in like the Mazatel Mountains, like the wild and woolly wilderness area where it's all supposedly overgrown and everything, and you know, full of chupacabras and mountain lions. I don't want to become mountain lion feet at night. San Francisco Mountain is getting further away. It's like the whole trip I was walking toward it so far, it seems. Well, at least since like the North Rim. I guess I could see it from the fire lookout tower up the North Rim. Then now I'm walking away from it. Beautiful prairie up here. I'm just probably like 2.5 miles from my next water. It's pretty much like this the whole way there, just flat as a board. Just past where those trees are over there, there's a drop off, like a 500-foot cliff, and there's a couple of lakes at the bottom, and this kind of ridge goes like this for like 10 miles or something. And I'm just gonna keep on walking it and drop down to a campground where my next water source is. I really hope the spigots aren't like super low down there, because I really don't want to climb back up like 500 feet. It's already, well, it's about 452 right now. It's my first day out with, I don't know why I packed so much stuff. Like, I probably have an extra complete day's worth of food with me, especially considering I haven't eaten anything yet today. I'm like 15 miles in for the day. I haven't eaten anything on my back. Well, I did eat one Cliff Bar just now because I had carne asada fries this morning at Filiberto's in Flagstaff. Like, the Taco Bell was directly on the trail, and the Filiberto's was about a quarter mile west of there on the same road. And you kind of have to walk like half the distance anyway to get onto whatever road that crosses the train tracks there in Flagstaff, the resupply route. So it's like, yeah, I'll go 0.1 or whatever, a quarter mile my way round trip for carne asada fries. It was like the biggest to-go box ever, just loaded with fries for like $14 or something like that. Arizona does a really good job in pricing food. California sucks. Like, everything's over expensive there. But yeah, look at all the parallel trails coming up. Wow. Different truck tracks out here. Not sure if you're supposed to drive vehicles out here or not, but apparently people do. Because that's what they do. Anyway, I'm gonna walk the walk. Hey everybody, I'm under a bridge. See? Yep, such bridge. I think this is the first bridge I actually walked under on the trail so far. Yeah, because the one by Tucson, I did the resupply route through Tucson, and so you can like actually go to the store and stuff and then continue on the trail instead of like going like 3 miles around town and never getting to town. So yeah, had to take a break, relax. Great shade down here. Oh, such trail. Oh yeah, There's my backpack. I'm loving this Nemo switchback, maybe it's called. Whatever it is, the folding sleeping pad with like their version of the accordion, that stuff. It is so nice. I mean, I loved my Sea to Summit ultralight inflatable air mattress too, but now I'm sitting on 3 layers of foam underneath the bridge instead of sitting on the rocks. I think I've been walking along a set of old railroad tracks here. Like now it's just like a torn up thing of lava rock, but there's a lot of, seems like railroad tie shaped logs going all the way down it. I know there was an awful lot of logging here back in the day. So yeah, this thing is just kind of following the trail for a little while now. You can see it going off into the distance there. I just wanted to point that out. Kind of cool piece of Arizona history. You can see it must be an old railroad track, because it wouldn't be like an old wall or something like that. And there's those boards that just kind of, not boards, like I see it, railroad ties. There was just like too coincidentally many laying across it to be probably anything else. So those must be some fairly old railroad ties, because I imagine by the shape of the railroad grade there, or the bed, that this thing has been inactive for an incredibly long time. It's probably like the metal was scrounged up for World War II or something. That old. But yeah, I just thought I'd point that out. Okay, this is definitely an old railroad line. I've been walking past it and there's like equally spaced railroad ties and stuff. Yeah, a cool old bridge over something here. The bridge is like gone. There's a few logs still there. I got a tree in the way. I wonder what the history is on this old railroad line. More railroad ties, and I'm coming up to some kind of interpretive sign here. What will it say? Oh, Railroads, Logging, and the Flagstaff Lumber Company. Well, if you want to read it, you can pause it. I'm just going to stop it now. Have a good one, guys. Okay, on this sign, I just read it, and then I looked at the bottom, the coolest thing ever. There's this, like, 8-bit railroad going through. Is that, like, Mario driving the thing right there? It's like back when I used to play Oregon Trail in the library in the 80s. It's definitely the 8-bit railroad. Only in Arizona, my friends. Okay, Sunday the 2nd of October. I'm at Allen Lake Landing. There was an interpretive panel over here showing how all the train tracks coming from Flagstaff would pretty much end over here. A railroad operated by the Riordan brothers, a prominent Flagstaff family. I lived right next to their mansion for a while. Never went in, actually. State Park. I lived like 100 yards from it. I have to pay money. So this is like the end of the line where like the different railroad cars could exchange. I forget what they call. This is just kind of like a fan work of old railway lines. And the rocks were the bases of the old lines. the road bed, I guess, for underneath the tracks. But that's all washed away now. They removed the tracks. So yeah, there was some. I'm about to pass underneath. I think this is Highway 3, Lake Mary Road here in a minute. I've already been hearing some thunder from behind me, around me. I don't know. It says there's a 15% chance of rain today. Monsoon season technically just ended, but yeah, it's technically over. Doesn't mean it's actually over. Not bad looking puddle water. Nobody must have driven through it today. I wish I had a breeze like this last night. My tent was just absolutely soaking wet on the inside this morning. I didn't break camp until 9 o'clock just because it was so stupidly wet. I should have just said forget. Anytime I do that, I'm always like, why don't I just leave like way earlier and just not worry about it. If it's not going to dry, it's not going to dry. Sure enough, it didn't dry. For the bottom, underneath was perfectly dry, which literally never happens. Welcome to the Mogollon Ranger District. Coconino National Forest, Blue Ridge Reservoir, 20 miles. Okay. I don't recognize that as the water source that I was going to use, but let's see what the heck happens here. Every gate's a little bit different. Just close the gate. This is I don't know if you can see what I'm doing here. Let me look through the viewfinder of this big VHS camera I'm toting around. Okay. All locked and good. We can keep the cows in or out. Yeah, there was a car camping site right there, and somebody made like a hooch over here. I guess I turned off this big lunkin' VHS recorder by accident. I thought when you were changing the 5-pound batteries that it would stay on, but no. So there's supposedly on gut hooks, it's like, oh yeah, really big lake right at the crossing here, which is, I guess this lake is actually a lake during runoff in the spring when there's several feet of snow here. Oh, I guess that's what stuff like Mormon Lake is a lake too, when there's probably runoff, because right now it's just, I don't know, like 8 miles wide or something like that, and there's not a drop of water, and it just basically looks like that field there. I'm at a trailhead. There's a couple of empty gallons of water. Basically, there's like 3/4 of a liter in 2 of them. I'm at the Gooseberry Springs trailhead. This lovely big old meadow here in the land of the monsoon rain. So, register. Brit on a bike just was here. I camped by him a couple nights ago. Tucson, hi Penguin. Hey, you. Then we have 9:30 Waterboy. It's 10:02 right now. Slocahanos 9:29. LeBrown 9:28. Yate and State. Yak and State or Slate 9:28. And CG Fiddle and Tweety. Oh wow, look at that. They have a fucking trail family going on. I ran into Fiddle on the north rim of the Grand Canyon. And she's got 6 days ahead of me. That's pretty cool. Because like they take a 0 at the bottom of the Grand Canyon and Flagstaff. So I'm gonna figure out my water situation here. I'm probably not gonna grab any of this water here. Let's get the pond up ahead. Bye. Okay, I know some of you all thought I was crazy for bringing an umbrella out here. It's raining right now. It was just kind of hailing too. I don't know if you can see the little hail. I might have to zoom way in. I'm just kind of underneath the tree right now. That's what. Oh, there's a little hail right there in the center of the screen. Yeah, just a little monsoon. You can see blue sky through the rain. Oh, yeah. Well, it has been a ton of gunfire out here in the last couple of miles, which is, yeah, I'm trying to pick up my other pole here, trying to hold two poles on the umbrella in one hand, and there's some hail, not a lot of hail, as you can hear by my umbrella, the noise. It's not really raining too hard. I put the cover on my pack when I got my umbrella out, but I have not put on a rain jacket yet. I hope that's a wise decision. It's really not that cold out here. It's in the mid 60s or whatever. A couple days ago, a hiker posted on Gut Hooks. Actually, it was yesterday she posted, or 2 days ago, that the next water source of mine, which is in like 7 miles or so, 6 miles, just at that one water source, she saw 6 hunters, and she saw 10 total that day, which means that if you see 6, there's probably somewhere out there that you're not seeing, because they like to dress up in camo and be all quiet and stuff. And that's why I have my orange hat on. Oh, it's been about 15 minutes since the last time I started recording. And that was a nice little 15 minutes of thunderstorm and hail, but now the sun's out. And it's literally sun's out, guns out, because as soon as it stopped raining, the shooting started. Oh, look at that. Yep. Cows. They say. In life, you're never more than 6 feet away from a spider. On the Arizona Trail, you're never more than 6 feet away from a cow. Man, I know I shouldn't be scared when there's cows around. I really shouldn't. But, like, what if I am? Should I be? I'm like, are bulls known to charge? Like, beyond cartoons or whatever? Hey, what's up, Mr. Bull? Like, I'm just waka. And of course, yeah, I'm walking. All your ladies are over here. What's up? You're doing good, guys. Everybody's okay. Yeah, he's still back over there. Of course, all the cows are gonna go running down the Arizona Trail. Hopefully, he's still in the same spot because there's more cows to his left too. Like, they're not going anywhere. He's the only dude out here. I should have started counting how many cows I have seen on the trail. I wouldn't even be able to count them and have to, like, eventually create some, like, system of tallying large numbers, like larger than science currently understands. Then after the trail, I won't be able to tabulate them. I have to, like, send them to NASA or something. So those guys to work on Somebody playing music. So this forest is filled with people. Let me get my orange hat back on again. That reminds me. This forest is just like ridiculously filled with people right now. There's hunters, there's campers, van lifers, just basically like bums and RVs. Like whatever, there's like out here everywhere. It's kind of hard to know when you're not being watched or whatever. Anyway, I gotta go uphill here. Talk to you later. You guys ever see that movie Fire in the Sky? It's kind of like, yeah, small logging crew out here. They see a UFO, they stop. One of them gets abducted. It appears to really suck for that guy. Like, I would not recommend his experience. But then he comes back and like nobody believes him. But he's got some PTSD for sure associated with that. Yeah, it was a... Hey, 10-4 there, buddy. It's 10-4, Tuesday, I believe. I am, well, I'm kind of happy that it stopped raining sometime last night. That was cool. So, it's still kind of chilly today. But look at this new gate. Arizona Trail has the best gates. And these metal ones are, well, I'm sure they're still designed and built by a guy in, I believe, Catalina, or Oracle, somewhere in that area. I think it's Catalina, Arizona. Yeah, you can always tell they have that same sort of look to them. But this is kind of a cool take on a human-only pass-through. Normally they're V, and this one's like a U-shaped. See, like, somewhere around here, there's probably like a horse gate, I assume. Oh, yeah, there's an equestrian bypass. Look at that. Woo! Not lined with barbed wire, so you don't get torn up, and it's not super tight like the one at Guzzler on the North Rim I went to, and I showed you how tight that was. I couldn't even fit through with... I had to, like, totally suck in my guts and pass my backpack over the top of it. Ooh. Hey, little guy. Sometimes it's the little things in life that can freak you out the most. Look at that. It's probably about 2 inches long. Ready to go. Yeah. I'll just leave him be. Oh, and there's the equestrian bypass. Haven't seen a tarantula in a while. And I haven't seen one that furry and brown either. That was a kind of a cool one. And it was ready to go too. Like most of them just keep on walking as you walk by. That one had its little, what would you call them? Spidey legs in the air, ready to go. Had his mitts up, his paws. The spiders have paws. I don't know. If you do know, though, go down to that comment section down there and let me know what you call what I would refer to as spider paws or spider feet. I'm sure you never heard the word before. Okay, I'm going to continue to do my walk around. Whew. It's still 10-4, buddy. Coming down this hill here. And always be looking at what you're looking at. Let me hold my camera here differently. Look at this. This is a what is that? An ammonite, which is a cephalopod curled up. It's about I don't know, 9 inches across. Oh, you can see this big old spiral there. That's pretty darn cool. From back when this used to be a sea. Oh, look, there's another little one on top as well. And that one's about 2.5 inches wide. That is really neat. See, I'm just heading down to, remember the first creek you get to Clear Creek before you get to the Verde River? Yeah, so another one of those things I feel like are into rock hounding. I'm sure you're looking at the ground a lot out here anyway. Like as soon as we pass out of the lava, there's fossils. I guess this would be the Kaibab limestone again. I still don't know why I didn't check to see like what the post office situation was in Pine. I'm just like, oh yeah, send it to that brewery. I was there on the 12th. Ooh, look at, I almost stepped in. That's some Toxicodendron rugburgii there, poison ivy. Ooh, it's all over right here. Watch out for that stuff as well as you're making this descent. Hopefully I didn't get any on my shoes. At least they're sopping wet anyway. Yeah, I'm liking it. It's finally getting sunny out here a little bit. I just passed through this awesome little gate. Walk through, boom, take a turn to keep the cows out. They did a really good job. It's made out of old railroad ties. Great use of them. Look at that. Planted in the ground. They're still standing there. They've been standing there for a long time. Looks like, let me get some shade here. BSA, Boy Scouts of America, Troop 175, 8898. 8898, yeah. Thanks, Boy Scouts of America, Troop 175. Just climbed out of the Clear Creek drainage. Yeah, that was quite the climb. But there was an excellent spot on the top here to camp. As soon as you climb out of it, like, look at this. Oh, I might as well stay on the AZT over here. I'm like wandering around looking at these beautiful campsites. I hit every stick with my, every car site with my hiking sticks for like good luck, I guess. Yeah, beautiful site up here. It's gonna be a lot of creeks today, which is great. Getting to the end of the Mogollon Rim, which goes, I guess, across most of Arizona and part of New Mexico. Yeah, I like this this sun stuff. I literally, until I got to the bottom of that Clear Creek Canyon at about 11:45, had my winter hat, gloves. I might have taken the gloves off before descending that last descent. And puffy jacket on. And as soon as that sun came out, I was down there getting my water on the nice little gravel bar. Lots of fossils in there too. I didn't pick any up. I mean, if I'm closer to Pine, I will, because I can mail them back from Pine, I guess. Who knows? Oh, speaking of which, I should see if I get in touch with that brewery about that box of mine. Yeah, granted, it's still lunch rush. It's 12:30 right now. I kind of don't want to call them while they're busy. Sunshine, butterflies, rainbows, and unicorns. Oh, look at that water. As soon as I saw the mosquito lands on me, probably came right out of there. And it doesn't look too bad. The Clear Creek looked a lot better. Like, perfect. Ooh, something's dead around me. I smell dead animal. Ooh. I walked right past a dead elk yesterday. Like a full-on dead elk. That thing stanky stank. I see a ribbon way out there. I wonder if that's because the way that the wind's blowing. I wonder if somebody killed the elk and marked the spot for his friends to come back. Who knows? Maybe there's just a dead elk that just died over there, and somebody's like, "Oh yeah, I gotta come back with my tools and cut these antlers off." Which, the way it smelled when I walked by it, I would not want to come anywhere near that thing again. You find a lot of animal parts hanging in trees out here. It's like just bones, like pelvises, heads, whatever. Like a branch sticking off a tree. People just would have them like right against the trunk on a little stump of a branch. Or legs, like you always see freaking deer legs and elk legs hanging off trees. Am I just like missing something here? Like, why do you hang it off? Why do you hang it off a tree? And it's not like a strong enough thing to like hold up the whole animal. It's just like the legs are just hanging off a branch that could support it. It's like always the case. It's amazing, like such a large portion of the Arizona looks like basically like this, which I've been walking through since I left the Utah border. More or less, sometimes it goes down to Pinyon Pine, sometimes it's open range. But mainly the whole state is just, this whole end of the state is just big old pine forest. And you don't want to be like, what was that? I'm trying to remember the guy's name that got abducted by aliens. Travis Dalton in the movie Fire in the Sky. Where's that? Dalton, is that the character of the dude in Roadhouse? He might be Dalton too, but I think the other guy is Travis something. Dalton, I don't know. If you do know, please put the answer in the comment section. And I would recommend both those movies, by the way. Fire in the Sky, if you want to think about something other than the noises in the forest while you're camping. I want to think about UFOs instead. Or Roadhouse starring Patrick Swayze and Sam Elliott. And a polar bear. A great movie. Anyway, talk to y'all later. Welcome to General Springs Canyon. I just dropped my pole. 30 there's water. Hear it flowing? See it? Yeah, that's like a 1.5 feet deep water. I was planning water like another 2 miles, but it's the same canyon, I believe. So apparently I'm just gonna be following this creek for a while. It's crazy after all those stock tanks. Since I started, now there's a river right below me. I'm not even like getting water from it because I don't need it. It's definitely cloudy though. I mean, barely cloudy. I'm like trying not to fall here. I'm walking. It's actually like a nice swimming hole right there. Sorry, pointing at the river. It's like an actual nice swimming hole. Like it ends right there. Well, there's like marshiness, but it's like deep there. It gets deep there again. Yeah, if it was a hot day, why not go jump down there? Oh look, history. I'm at General Crook Springs, and I assume this is General Crook Cabin. I step on rock. Oh, 1918. Interesting. Oh, it's open. You can go inside. Is this a shelter on the trail? Ooh, spooky. Yeah, it's kind of a... Looks like, oh, there's 2 rooms. I am not going in there. There's just like this big nope feeling about that. There are big canine prints up here. I just feel like something's looking at me through the window. Yeah. There's supposed to be some sign about a battle around here somewhere too. I saw it just looking through Godhook's. Another great campsite. And that place would be awesome if there was a storm. Yeah, I don't know. Where's the Arizona Trail? I'm gonna look up on Goodhooks. Be right back. Okay, so this is the way. You see that big pipe up there? The trail's been kind of following a big pipeline. I have no clue what it is. There must be, it has to do with water or something, right? So like, what is that though? Of course, yeah, I have 0.3 miles to the top here, then you'll drop off the Mogollon Rim. I'm kind of anticipating a big old view, which would be really cool, since I just walked like, I literally have no clue, 315 miles thereabouts to across the Kaibab Plateau. And there's a few different names. Well, this is the Mogollon Rim, which is the edge. I think this is the edge. Do we climb back up at all? I don't know. haven't even really been looking too far forward. I know there's some ups and downs, but I'm not sure if that's going into different mountains or climbing back up on parts of the Mogollon Rim that are like sticking out farther south or something. Yeah, this hill's steeper than it looks. So talk to you later. Okay, here I am finally getting up to the top of this climb. I can see there's some view happening. What does it look like on the other side of the, what can we see from the Mogollon Rim? Ooh, there's a truck coming. I'll just let him go by and I'll excite you in a second. At first, the battle of Big Dry Wash. You can read what that says here. "7 miles north of this point, a band of Apache Indians were defeated by the United States troops on July 17th, 1882. A group of tribesmen from the San Carlos Apache Reservation had attacked some ranches in the vicinity, killing several settlers. Cavalry and Indian scouts were immediately sent into the field in search of the hostiles. 5 troops of cavalry and 1 troop of Indian scouts converged on the Apaches, surrounding them at the Big Dry Wash. The resistance of the Indians was broken after 4 hours of stubborn fighting. The casualty numbered 2 soldiers and more than 20 Apaches. America." Okay, so let's see what's going on over here. Ooh, I can already see big views occurring. I feel like I'm gonna get run over by a car though. Ah, sorry, I didn't mean to be completely zoomed in. I assume Arizona Trail's over here. Oh yeah, this is gonna be stellar with the clouds. Colonel Devon Trail number 290. Okay, Washington Park or Peak. I guess it's Park Trailhead. Maybe Washington Peak. That's where I'm gonna hit the Verde River allegedly. So, okay, I cannot walk and film at the same time, but I'll turn it on when I get around the bend. Oh yeah, I can dig it. This is just like 100 feet down the trail, and you can see where we're headed. That's you and me. Got the monsoons, a little rain out there. Arizona is such a beautiful state. What, I moved to California again? Like 2 months ago, and then I paid up rent for like the next 2 months I'm hiking. Hey, I could definitely make wiser decisions than that. Just like, oh yeah, because I have a great job and there's that. I gotta live in a ski town this winter, there's that. I set it up, actually like planned and set something up, which was wonderful. Holy gosh. Ooh. Okay. I'm gonna do the whole thing where I try not to fall down a hill while I'm talking, okay? And, man, I just want to keep filming this though. It's just so, ouch. Gorgeous. Look at that. I wonder if those would be the Mazatals or Mazatlals or Maztals. I think it's Maztals, the way people pronounce it. I don't know if that's a little dust storm or in the foreground it's a little brighter and the monsoon behind it. That's what's probably going on. Look how beautiful that is. So I guess that's my future, those mountains, and our future, because you're along for the ride. I started way late today, like 9 o'clock. I'm in absolutely no hurry whatsoever. Oh, good news, late breaking news. The package I had sent to that brewery, and I talked to somebody there, I believe her name's Teresa, on Sunday. And she called me back last night. I knew I had to get to a spot where I have cell service because I wanted to get in contact with the brewery because they're closed today and tomorrow. And like as soon as I got into the campsite, like my cell service immediately improved. And while I was setting up my tent, my watch started ringing. Yeah, because I'm bougie like that out here. Thanks for the watch, Tom. And it's the lady from that brewery. And she said that I should just take her number, which I have now on my phone because she called me, and she lives by the brewery, and she'll just deliver it to me. And I said, thank you so much. She's the best. Oh, yeah, look at this. This is kind of beautiful, huh? Wow. And this is why you don't kick over cairns in places like this, because they're kind of cool. Because you might have absolutely no clue where you're going. Oh, those are cool. Little pockets of crystals in there. That's actually pretty neat. So we now go that way? Oh, walk this way? Oh, there's a cairn right there, which is kind of a weird spot for a cairn. It does kind of look like we go that way, but I'll just do the walk around here. I do have gut hooks, but if I can figure it out myself, why not? You know, just take a minute to look around. Not a bad view right now. I'm about 11 miles from Pine, Arizona. I'm definitely not going in tonight. I just want to get kind of close, then go in the morning. Get my box from the lady that works at that brewery, Teresa, I believe. I hope I'm not mistaken. Then charge my stuff up and continue on. This little monsoon cloud's forming up. I didn't think it was supposed to rain today. I really want to get out of these like gullies before that happens. And so, talk to you later. So I've been meaning to get a video of this trail work here. Whoever or whatever group maintains this section. And it's a national recreation trail through here as well, where the AZT is a national scenic trail. But there's these really cool, like, paved, where there's a wash right here. They did it so it didn't get all eroded out. And there's a few spots where they bank turns and made it like this. But these are like pretty big stones. That is an awful lot of work right there. Oh yeah, there's a trail going that way. Yeah, there's a crisscross of trails up here. And old roads and stuff. I'm supposedly getting close to my next and final water source, allegedly before Pine, which is like 9 miles away from here. Today has been an up and down day. Hopefully leaving Pine with 110 miles of food. It isn't as up and down as this side of that town is. And I could look at the map and the elevation profile and stuff like that and easily figure that out, which I probably will tonight when I'm bored, if I have any battery power left. Oh cool, I hear my water coming up. Hopefully this trail, I have to cross it. Look at that, Arizona Trails trailhead sign and everything. It's an official trailhead. Oh, there's a register. Out on the PCT, people used to leave like 30 packs of beer in every single, or at every single road crossing. Sometimes in a cooler, sometimes just sitting there with like a trash bag tied to the tree or whatever. Oh, I think no, there's a stick there blocking. And it was great. I'm just like, sometimes, yeah, it might be like beer that's been, like PBR that's been sitting in the sun all day. And it's the desert, but like, oh, hey, it's cool. Like, it's the thought that counts. And it's kind of like nice. Here on the Arizona Trail, sometimes there's gallons of water and stuff, but not here. Plan ahead and prepare. Principle number 1. Oh, that's cool. I wonder if I'll see more. There's the principles of appreciate Arizona. Plan ahead and prepare is LNT. Yeah, it's pretty much LNT stuff. Oh no! Every other water source has been completely clear. This guy's a muddy duddy. We've been having so many small water sources today. But I think those are going to be going away now since it's going to cut across open country. Look at that little water wheel over there, though. That's kind of cool. Anyway. I'm going to cross this thing, sit down, look at my water info again. Cry because I didn't get more at the last source, but who knew that I needed it? Well, I knew I needed it, but whatever, I guess I'll have muddy water. When I drink muddy stock tank water, this is better. So I'm going to put my phone away for a minute. Still Wednesday, 10:05. Just got to a nice little viewpoint here. Zoom a little bit. You can see kind of way down the Mogollon Rim, just keeps on going and going and going for like 100 miles or more that way. Then to my right as well, which you can't really see to the right. Yeah, there's finally mountains and stuff. These ones here, I believe, are the Maztals, which I'll be going through kind of like the day after I leave Pine. I'll start going through those guys. At least they're still kind of high up. And we are getting kind of down to the desert now where things are going to be heating up. But it's October 5th, so it's not too bad. I just want to show you how beautiful it is up here, guys. And the clouds are making for some wicked lighting and everything. This walking in monsoon season stuff is pretty neat out here for sure. Look at that. Have this big monsoon cloud there. I'm hoping it misses me. I'm still hiking. It's like 5:40 and I kind of want to rush down the hill and get a place closer to town. I might be pushing my luck, but I think I'm not gonna get hit by this big monsoon in front of me. But yeah, it's quite beautiful out here. Talk to you later.